strange because a lack of emotions tied into politics is something that I feel like is very dangerous, because politics is, well, the issues that politics affects is our lives and our everyday lives.
It's the fabric of your life.
Yeah, exactly. And so that's one of those things where when you have people who aren't working off some genuine feeling towards whatever they're working towards, or that they're kind of redirecting things so that they're not focusing on certain things and they're pulling attention away from things that do matter. I mean, that's just kind of, I think that there's a lot of responsibility that goes with having a democratic system, and I feel like that's something that...
And there's so much irresponsibility. What I'm talking about with emotionally unintelligent, I'm talking about limbic brain stuff. Just visceral reactions to fear of the browning. That's the millennial generation, that's anybody born after 1982, is going to be part of a wave of society wherein white is minority, which is coming in urban areas 2025, suburban areas by about 2040. That concept blows some people's minds to a degree where they have a really hard time with that. Gay people around them, they have a really hard time with that.
As if it has anything to do with them and who they are.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying, identity. Somehow their identity gets shattered, or is compromised, or somehow it's the real victim status. Somehow a lot of these people feel like they're getting less if there's inclusiveness. They prefer exclusion. And there's a lot of people who psychologically, emotionally, are really comfortable with authoritarian structures. They're just comfortable.
Well, they don't have to make that many decisions.
They like gods. They like masters. They like rules. They like a punishing God, and they like just absolutism. No complexity to issues. No gray area. No discussion. They like with the nonsense about they hate us for our freedom. That's what a child would think or say, but adults say it after 9/11. They hate us for freedom. That has nothing to do with it. They hate us for foreign policy decisions. Now, there may be some religious extremists who, sure, hate freedoms in all societies, but for the World Trade Towers and all that, that had nothing to do with our freedom. That had to do with foreign policy decisions, with our policies towards Israel and Palestine, with our military installations in holy sites. And an adult will discuss this with you. And a child sends me death threats for saying what I just said, and they have been doing it since 2003. But if freedom was the issue, there are societies that are so much more free than ours. Have you ever been to Brazil? Have you, against Scandinavia, Norway? Have you been to Cancun? Have you been to a million other places where they are so much freer, if you will, when it comes to religion, sexuality, gay issues? So it isn't our free, or else they'd be driving planes into... we're Puritans. I mean, we're so young. I mean, give us some time. We're only a handful of years old, whereas a lot of these other more enlightened societies, and there's way more repressed societies than ours. I'm just having... It just so happens we have to be dealing with this here now. We're only a handful of years old. Hopefully we'll get there. I mean, you can go to a building in Edinburgh, just as an example, that's been around since the 12th century. I mean, if you think in those terms, then when they're more forward thinking when it comes to the environment and animals, it's because they've been around longer. Now they've got their fair share of racists and sexists too, but they have tried in their parliaments to have much more enlightened policy, and they get held back by individuals who are
that way, the people that send you death threats.
The people that send me death threats. Yeah, that live it's everywhere. Like, when I was in Scotland, there's tons of anti-Obama stuff around there. As much as the majority celebrates him around the world.
Is it too early for anti-Obama stuff?
Oh, it's a black thing.
Okay.
It's just, it's just a skin color issue. They just don't, it's fear of a black man. He's not even that black. I mean, he's Beyonce, Cafe Au Lait. We're supposed to be comfortable with that. Kind of Will Smith,
if you will,
whitish black. You know what I mean? Like it's, and they act like he's,
Not that it would matter. I mean,
it wouldn't matter, right? He can't win no matter what with certain people. But the vast majority celebrates him.
So, like, in talking about people that send you hate mail, when I was in college, I had the good fortune of actually studying Margaret Cho as coursework. Yeah, no, go for it. You can watch it.
Yes. Oh, Margaret Cho struggles with that too.
Yeah. And so I kind of noticed when I was looking into her in college that it seems that the conversations that swell around your acts tend to be about activism and politics and, you know, having the hate mail and things like that. And I was just wondering if do you follow her career at all? Like, are you a fan?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I
Do
am
you think
a fan.
there's a correlation there between what you guys do? Is it similar?
Well, they're similar in that the vitriolic reaction. And there's also a couple of things that happen to us and others, so I'm not saying poor me.
Oh, no.
There's a difference between what I say and what people say I say. The great
Ooh,
majority
out
of
of
stuff out there in the cyber world, if you will, or in the ethos, is stuff I've never said.
Yeah.
And of course, that's never stopped any right-winger ever from printing completely erroneous quotes. Then the second thing is they take stuff from our stand-up out of context.
Yeah.
That is sarcastic or a joke or for comedy, and it'll be part of a much longer piece. They'll take one thing out. So unfortunately, the two of us are frequently dealing with things we've never said or have been taken out of context out of stand-up.
Yeah.
I am very proud to stand behind anything I do say.
Yeah.
But it's much harder when you're responding to things, and I don't even know what people are talking about sometimes. They're just really mad. And I'm thinking...
Maybe they don't even know.
And they've read something in like redstate.com or something that's completely fake. And the death threats, the hate mail, certainly other people get it way worse than me.
Yeah.
I certainly hate it. I don't like it. I would prefer to be well-liked. I'll tell you one thing. I would prefer to be well-liked by the most amount of people.
But at what price? You know?
Oh no, I would not. I would not sacrifice anything to do that. I would just say that it is not enjoyable at all. At all to be confronted by scary people.
Like in the street?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, it doesn't happen a lot, but it used to happen a lot right when we invaded Iraq.
Oh, okay.
That was at the peak of it. That I had to change my phone number a number of times. I have had my address printed. I had security for a while, and then I realized,
well, it's kind of invasive.
what's the point? But for a while, the threats were so abundant that I hired security to go through the mail. Unfortunately, my address was printed and photos of my building. I've had to change my home phone number twice and my cell phone twice.
That's just shameless.
It's illegal also.
Yeah.
But that's the nature of that type of right winger.
Yeah.
And they call I don't know what to call them other than right winger. I wish there was a better